Gauravamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadika Ura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Once again I welcome all of you. Hari Bol. Okay, beautiful, really beautiful chapter today. Today, like we are going to talk about his world, spiritual world. See, if we have to go somewhere, we need to be motivated. No, there are so many holiday destinations. We don't go to every place. We select, and a big list will be there these days. Though I am really surprised to even hear that weddings are in destinations, they say. And what they do, I mean, so many months before only they start looking for different places, plus, minus, pros, cons, and they have to. I'm told that they have to book 1 year before, and so for material things we take so much interest and effort, and our permanent home. If we go there, we are not going to come back at all. So don't you think other places, if we go holiday destination, we have to come back? For that, we are taking so much efforts. So where we are going to permanently stay? Actually speaking, we came from there only. We forgot. That's a problem. We forgot where from we came. We forgot who is our eternal Father is. We forgot. We don't know. We are not aware. Where are we supposed to go back? So today's chapter is going to, really Krishna is going to explain about his Dhamma. After hearing that, if we are not motivated to go there, then there is something seriously we have to work on. Devotional process, that is Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Padasevanam, Dasyam Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. We have to work on that. Okay, Hare Krishna. So today's chapter is, where is it gone? Purusho Uttama. Yes. Yeah. So just tell me, all of you are able to see the slide, and what happened? I haven't shared. Sharing your screen. No. Close. What happened? Somewhere it has gone. Okay. I'll share one second. Yes. Now just one small thumbs up. Hare Krishna. I am in mobile also. No, yes, it is there. Okay. So yesterday we saw how to transcend the mode. Krishna beautifully told us how we can transcend the 3 modes, because Tamoguna, Nidra, Alasya, Pramada, Nidra, Alasya. Okay, Pramada is madness. Nidra, Alasya, always sleeping and lazy. That is Tamoguna. Rajoguna is Karmas Nibadnati. Karma, action. Action means entanglement. So karma sangena nibadnati. That is entangle, material nature. That is entanglement with the sin, papa, punya, all those things. Karma sangena. More karma we do, more entanglement. Then Sattva-guna. Sattva-guna is Sukha Sangena, Jnana Sangena. It binds us with happiness and Jnanam. Again, what happens? We may transcend downwards also. It's not always we should try. Without trying, we fall down. How? Jnana Sangena. The more we get Jnana, the pride comes. Oh, it is me. I could learn. Others could not. It is me. I got this opportunity. They did not. So the moment pride comes, again we fall down to Rajoguna. Isn't it? So same way, see Rajoguna people. Rajoguna people also go to Tamoguna. Like what they do, Rajoguna, action. They worked so much, and finally they think, no, oh, Bapre, I worked so much. Now I want to relax. They drink. They want to, so many things happen. So they go down. So transcendence, it's not always going upwards. People can fall down also from Satoguna. But our endeavor should be always to go up. Unknowingly, if we know these are the causes which bring us down, we should be more cautious about that. Oh, these are the causes bring me down. Now I need to be very alert. So then I transcend towards the upward guna, that is from tamo to rajo, rajo to sattva. But at least sattva. But actually speaking, Vishuddha Sattva is the purest one because Sattva Guna also binds us. Sattva is not without bondage. Sattva Guna also binds us. As I told just now, example, when we get the, we till the time we don't renounce the karma pala. Till the time we don't sacrifice, surrender the effects of our karma under the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, obviously we get entangled. Okay, Hare Krishna. So, Vishuddha Sattva. Vishuddha Sattva is beyond the three modes. Generally, Vishuddha Sattva were the Mahatmas. These people are they are in Vishuddha Sattva. Acharyas, they are in Vishuddha Sattva. So now today Krishna is going to tell that if you transcend from Sattva Guna to Vishuddha Sattva, you are eligible to come to my world. You are eligible to come to my Dhama. What is Dhama? Where the Lord resides. Vrindavan Dham, Dwarka Dham, where the Lord resides. These Dhams, the Lord resides. Even today, Krishna resides in Vrindavan. Vrindavan, you go to Nidhivan. I don't know how many of you have gone. You go to Nidhivan and the night you can hear the Madhuri, so Murli sound. Similarly, early in the morning in Vrindavan, the temple, when they open the curtain, we can see things. It is miraculous. People are, everybody will be surprised, but it will look like it will not be the same as they closed and went. There will be lot many changes when they open the curtain early in the morning. So Krishna lives there. And you would say, actually, Mayapur is again Vrindavan Dham. Who has constructed? Radha Rani herself. Radha Rani, there are evidences in Shastra. Radha Rani herself has constructed the Mayapur, which is like Vrindavan, where she told before they left, in Kali Yuga, Dwapara end, Kali Yuga came, when Krishna had to leave, Radharani took a promise from him. You construct Vrindavan here, then only I will come back. Then Krishna, with Krishna's, sanction, Radharani constructed Mayapur. So she lives there. Okay, Hare Krishna. Mayapur, you go and see, it's nothing less than Goloka. Early in the morning, 4:15, you go for that Mangalarati, and so big deities. I don't know how many. If you have gone, you can raise your hand. The deities will be, more than 7 feet height. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's that Sango Panganga Sayate, that 5. Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Shivas Pandit, Gadadhar Pandit. 5, Panchatattva. Their deities also so big they are. More than 7 feet they are. And the way, how many times Shringara is done. Early morning, Shringara. Okay, and at 7 o'clock before Shringara Arati, early morning 4:15 Mangal Arati, then 7 o'clock Shringara Arati, then Bhoga Arati, then evening Sandhya Arati, then and in the night Chayan Arati. It is really Goloka, nothing less than that. All that time Kirtan, all that time class, more than everything, it is Vaishnavas are there. No, that place will be Vaishnava Sangha. And you can see so many foreigners. They have left everything and they are staying in Mayapur. Mayapur, more than 50-60% foreigners, but they are devotees. That's what Srila Prabhupada says. Once you become a Vaishnava, they are Vaishnava. After becoming a Vaishnava, there is no question of Indian, American, Australian, or Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, nothing. Vaishnava That's only one qualification we need to go to his dham. Okay, beautiful chapter. That is Purusha Uttama. That is nothing beyond that. Superlative degree. The most we say, no? Here also Bhagavan will say one most secret knowledge. I think 15.19. There also he will say. What one in the 20th shloka he say, Iti guhyatamam shastram idam uktam mayanaga. Oh mayanaga, mayanaga means sinless one. He is addressing Arjuna as a sinless one. Oh mayanaga, idi guhyatamam shastra. I have told you the most secret knowledge. He says there also. Okay. श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमथ शाकम् अश्वत्थं प्रागुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवेत्. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is said that there is an imperishable banyan tree that has its roots upward and its branches downward. Upside down tree. Have you ever seen that? Upside down tree? This is why, because its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic kinds. One who knows this tree is the knower of Vedas. See, upside down tree, when can we see? On the river bank, if you go and see, one second. Next one you will be able to understand. This one, like, see, upside down. So here, what is given as a desire? Are you able to see desire? This is a river. This river is the distinction between Goloka and upper planetary system and the lower planetary system. So that means especially Goloka. Above Vaikunta is Goloka. So the reflection of the tree, you see that roots are upwards and the branches are downwards. So this banyan tree exists there in Goloka. So everything is reverse here. Why there we have love for the Godhead. The same love here is lust. What is the difference between that? Love is only for God. Lust is the attachment for material things. So we are attached to material things. So everything is upside down here. Whatever we have to follow there, we follow. Whatever is happening in the spiritual world is upside down in our material world. Okay, that is why Urdhva Moolam Adashakam. Ada means up. Moolam Ada. That means roots upward. Adaha Shakam. Adaga means down. Shakam is the branches. Okay, so that because of the river which distinguishes between the Goloka and the Purloka. So that is the reason the tree is shown, is seen upside down. Okay, now this tree, the branches of this tree extend downwards and upwards. In the previous one we saw, no, like what are they compared to? Very, very important. They are compared to whose leaves are its Vedic hymns. So where from the Veda has come? Vedas come from our spiritual world the Lord has given us. And it's this tree is one who knows this tree, one who understands this tree very well. What are we supposed to understand in this tree? In the second verse, we will see. But one who knows this tree is the knower of the Vedas. Okay. So the branches of this tree extend downward and upward, nourished by that. What is the fertilizer for this? Three modes of material nature. So three modes of material nature nourish these branches. The twigs are the objects of senses. Twig, that means the end part, right? That means ours also beyond our body ends with the senses. Is it not? So that our senses are the end part of our body. Similarly, the twigs are the objects of the senses. Twigs are actually objects are outside. We are senses, what we see are the objects. This tree also has its roots going down, and these are bound to the fruitive actions of the human body. So whatever action we perform with this human body, the fruit of this tree is our action. What we have, we perform. Okay. Hare Krishna. So this is Adashchodvam Prasritastasya Shakam Guna Pravritta Vishaya Pravala. What is Vishaya? Vishaya is the senses. Sense objects are the Vishaya. We have attachment for the sense objects, right? So that attachment. So now next verse is a very important verse. How to cut this attachment, Krishna will say. This attachment is the root cause for our binding. Since we are attached to the sense objects, that binds us. To achieve that object, we go to any extent. We that most of the time intelligence is not able to discriminate. We don't have that viveka buddhi. So we all, most of us behave like animals, eating, mating, sleeping, defending. So we do not know to distinguish between the right and the wrong. That is the reason. So now Krishna is going to tell in the next verse how to cut this. Because it is extended, you see, it is cut down here. Nirmana moha, verse is not given. Okay, the real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world with our sense. We cannot perceive the real form of this tree because our senses are subject to limitations. Every human being is subject to four limitations. That is, we are in Maya. Senses are not perfect, imperfect senses. And what is it? Imperfect senses. We have the tendency to commit mistake. Because we commit mistake, we tend to hide it. So these four defects are there in every living entity that is subject to illusion. We are with the illusion and our senses are imperfect. That is why we do mistake. Because of that, we try to cheat. So everybody cheats. Everybody. Nobody can claim here, I have never cheated, I have never told a lie, I am perfect. Not at all possible. But the Lord Himself says, yes, we all are subject to four defects. Okay. So that means if anybody claims that they don't, they don't do all these four, do not touch them. They are not subject to Maya. That means definitely they are the transcendental souls. That means who have transcended all three modes of material nature. They are our acharyas. Okay. So there is real form of tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is, because it is coming from there. So how can we see the foundation? Can we go there, see and come back? No, once we go there, we don't come back. Naiti mameti sorjuna. But with the determination, one can cut down this tree with the weapon of detachment. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha. Sanga, I told attachment. And adhyatma nitta vinivirta kamaha. Dvandver vimukta sukadukha sanye gacchenta moda padama vyadantad. We can, what is it? Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha. So how can we do? With detachment. So once we bring the detachment with the determination, then only we can cut down this tree. Till the time we cut down this tree, how will we go? We are rooted here. Unless and until we cut, how can we fly and go? Isn't it? So what we have to do for that? One must seek that place from which, having come once, he never returns. Once we go there, we will not come back. And there surrender to that Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what do we have to do? We have to surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whom everything from whom everything has begun and everything is going to end with him. Because he is the creator, he is the annihilator, GOD, generator, operator, and destroyer. Janma adasya eton vayati taratas, Janma adasya. What are the adi, etc.? Janma, creation. There it is creation, not birth. So the Lord is the root cause for creation, maintenance, and there it is in Bhagavatam, the translation is creation, sustenance, and destruction. Okay, Hare Krishna. So how do we have to do? With the weapon of detachment. That is why Krishna kept on telling in the beginning, Sangatyaga, whatever you have, Tyag, that don't have the attachment. Here Sangatyaga means Sangha is the attachment. We say no, Sangha means a friendship. So here, what is Sangha? The attachment to the result. Sangatyaga. We have to give that up. That is why Sannyasa Yoga. If we saw third chapter, fourth chapter, fifth chapter, because that is the only weapon with which we can cut down this. Okay. Manamoga Jita Sangha Dosha Adhyatma Nitya Vinivirta Kama Dvandvair Vimukta Sukha Sanyai. Sukha Dukkha Sanyai. Yesterday, full and full we read. One has to be equipoised. Is it not? Only then we can transcend this modes, which are, I think, the verse numbers were, if I'm correct, 22 to 25. If you have, you can see 22 to 25, it tells as how to. Arjuna asked one question in 21, if you remember, Kailingate 3, that one who had transcended this mode, Krishna, how will I come to know? How will they look like? How can I identify them? 21, he asked this beautiful question, three questions he asked. So for that, Krishna gave the answer. That is from 22, 23, 24, 25. 4 verses he gave the answer. What was that answer? They are equipoised. Today also it will come, equipoised. Samadukha, it's very, very important. Even in a second chapter also he asked, what are they? Stitadir Muni. Stitadir Muni ka vasha. How do they look like those Mahatma who are equipoised? So that full process in the 13th chapter, the Lord gave us Amanitvam Adambitvam Ahimsa Kshantir Arjavam. A full humility, self-control, all those things are the process. Once we become expert in that, then it is very easy to cut down. So we have to become equipoised. How can we become equipoised? We have all those process, humility, ahimsa. If we have all those things, we will become equipoised. How beautifully it is going, you see. First he told the relation, and then he told us the abhideya process, how to transcend, how to reach him, the process of reaching him. Okay. Anybody having any doubt? Now, this is a wonderful, wonderful verse. He is telling us how his Parandama, how his Dama looks like, Vaikuntha Loka. How does it look? Na tad basayate suryo, na shashanko, na pavakaha, yadgatvana nivartante, tad damam, paramam mama, my taddamam. Dhamma means, just now I said, the place where I live. That is paramam. There is nothing beyond that. That is a super place wherein na tad bhasayate. There is no need for any illumination. It's self-illuminated. So we don't have the sun, we don't have the moon. Okay? Na shashanko na pavakaha. There is no electricity. It is self-illuminated. And one who reaches my world, yet gatvana nivartante. They don't have to come back. When? Tadamam paramam mama. My world, when they come, they don't have to come back. Wow. We can hear one day the electricity goes, or one day there are countries in which the sun doesn't appear for, the sun doesn't rise means what? Sun rises, but it is so cloudy. So the people are not able to see sun. I can put it in that manner. There is no heat, no sun. So many days. How the life will be. There still people are living. But here in the Lord's abode, there is no need for all those things. So how many of you want to go? I want to go. Everybody wants to go. I suppose such a wonderful place that is. Wow. So beautiful it is looking. That is here. We don't have to. Here, see, in our Buloka, if it is a mango tree, you can get mango tree only. You can't go to mango tree and tell the mango tree, give apple tree. But in that Parandama, his world, Vaikunta, not like that. There is only one tree. Kalpavriksha, one tree. That tree only will give everything. You don't have to ask also. You don't have to. You can be so lazy over there. You don't have to open your mouth and ask. Give me this. You just go and stand near that, think in your mind, I want this, it will be in your hand. But what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to serve the Lord. That is why we got that pride, How much pride we got? Everything we get. The more, dil mange more. More we get, more we desire. So living there, we desired that I want to. Actually, it is not like that. I have heard in lectures, like the devotees, they want to do something for the Lord. They say, oh Lord, everything you are doing, can I also share something? So if the desire is very strong, then the Lord identifies them. Oh, they have a strong desire of doing this. Okay, he selects, okay, you become a Brahma, go down and in the, what is it, heavenly planet, go and do this work. And then the Lord calls them back also. When Nitya Siddhas. But with the other pride, if we come down, if we say, no, Lord, no, please listen to me, Lord, I want to do. With that pride, when we tell the Lord says, okay, for you want to do something, for you only I have created the material world, go and enjoy and come back. So he sends us back. And even the Brahma, when he sends, that Brahma also can come down. How? Brahma's little pride comes. Oh, I am the one I have created. In the second canto of Bhagavatam, it's so beautiful. It's a conversation between Narada and Brahma. Who is Narada? His own son, right? Narada is requesting Brahma to explain him how he creates such a beautiful, not only beautiful, such a wonderful world wherein no truti, what is that truti? Wherein no defects, wherein no defects. How you are able to create? He is asking. Because you see everything, the planets are moving like that. But then Brahma tells, oh Narada, it is not me. It's not because of me. That Supreme Personality of Godhead, He is doing everything. It's only Nimitta Matrena. He has made me an instrument. With that, till the time attitude, the Brahma is there, okay, he is there. The moment he starts getting little bit of that vasana, attachment or whatever it is, then he also can fall down. So it's only a position. Brahma, Indra, it is all the position. We have to come down. Which chapter we saw? Tene punye swargalokam. Te tam gatva swargalokam vishalam. Chine punyer martyr lokam vishanti. ये ये मयि धर्ममनु प्रपन्ना तथागतं गाम गामा which chapter I am forgetting. No, it has not come. Tomorrow it will come. Okay, tomorrow we will read. Though the higher planets are Vishalam, very, very big, but still once go there, people go there, they have to come back. Before they go to Goloka. From only from the Martir Loka, we can go to Goloka. No other planet we can go to Goloka. Okay, so we have to come back. Hare Krishna. So beautiful it is looking, lots about. Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Gamanaga Shashanindriyani Prakristha Nirkarshati. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Anybody having any doubt in this? We have been learning. We all are eternal fragmental parts of that Supreme Lord. But then why do we suffer? Due to conditioned life. Our life is conditioned. What is conditioned? Whichever body we take, we come with that body's pravritti. Pravrittincha, nivrittincha. That nature. So the root cause is avidya. Because of ignorance, the soul desires. We are not able to overcome that. That's so control the soul. We, do so many things for our body, external body. What do we do for our soul? Do we do anything for our soul? Do we nourish the soul? How can we nourish the soul? All the qualities. Amanitvam, adambitvam. Tomorrow we are going to learn that, what is that? Abhayam, sattva, samshuddhir, jnana yoga, vyavastitah. Danam, damascha, yajnaischa. We are at that level. So we have to feed the soul also. So if we have to process so many qualities, 20, the Lord has given in 13th chapter. 3 also if we follow, not possible. Because today only I think, that how it binds deliberately also, no. Yeah, I told because it binds, right? That's why I'm giving example. See that, what is that grain? That who is that farmer? Farmer grows the grain. How many fertilizers he uses? How the fertilizers are made? In making the fertilizer, the person, whoever has made it, how many papas, how many, against the punya karma he might have performed, okay, leave it. But how will we know all these things? Fine, no problem. The same grain is transported and it goes to the shop. From the shop it comes, we keep it and then we cook it. How many people's hand in that sense, I'm not talking about the touch. How many people's that, what do you call, attachment. So, knowingly or unknowingly, that is why we should eat only prasadam. Unknowingly, the, insects which are not visible to our eyes also may fall down in the process of cooking. Unknowingly, if we do also, that papa will come to us, obviously. Then we can't eat anything, we can't cook anything. No. That is why we offer boga to the Lord. The Lord purifies it. Once we have, that is why we should not eat anything which has not been offered to the Lord. So Lord takes that, absorbs it, and gives us the remnants. We call that as a remnant. After eating, what is left is known as remnant. So why do we suffer? Because same, the conditioned life. So, did you understand what is conditioned life? If my soul desired, for example, to eat a lot, at the time of the soul leaves, next body, it will take a pig's body and come. The moment my soul with the sukshma body enters that pig's body, obviously all the guna which are for the pig, the soul gets conditioned. That is why you may be wondering how the child knows the moment it is born, how the child knows to suck the milk, how the child knows to cry, how the child knows to get up and walk. Do we teach to get up? Definitely not. They have that pravritti. How? The soul, condition, embodied soul. They, sminyata dege, kaumaram, yavanam, jara, what grows? The soul, actual soul only. But it is not visible for us. The physical body grows, we are thinking. That is why we are bewildered. When the soul transmigrates from one body to another, why are we bewildered? This is the reason. Hare Krishna. Okay. So, Mamevamscho Jivaloke. You all are part and parcel of me, my fragmental parts only. But because of the conditioned life, you struggle. Whatever the unsatiated desire, we have taken this body. So, in order to, that desire is still there. Now, Kama Vasana is still there. That is why, in the same house, you may see two twins. How much difference we see? Same parent, two children. I mean, difference means you cannot, we have in our home, like entirely 180 degree, both the granddaughter and the grandson. 100, the parents are the same. The moment I give some prasadam to them to eat, if one says it is very tasty, yummy, I'll be seeing the other's face. Oh my God, the other child is not going to eat today. Exactly that will come. Oh, I don't like it. It will come automatically. So how? It is all because of that conditioned life. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we should not think, being a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, why we go through so much suffering. All the suffering is because of the struggling, is because of the six senses. Okay, that is what is the conditioned life is. The living entity thus taking another gross body. Now we are able to connect. The living entity is the Jiva. The Jiva taking another gross body attains at a certain type of ear. So if you are a pig, we will have pig's ear. If you are a snake, we'll have snake's ear. Far away place also we can hear. Dogs, they can hear. Similar tongue, similar nose. sense of touch has come. So whatever the jiva, whichever body out of 84 lakh yonis, wherever the soul takes the body, the senses are also the same. So he thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. And that also, Lord is so fond of us. Whatever we desire, he will give that only. So that is why today I was telling, somebody, and my sister-in-law, I was telling, day before, I was about to buy flowers. By then, there was no, that cover is there. Cover was not there near the flower. I went to pick up the cover. I started picking up other things. I forgot the flower. And yesterday, while doing puja, I remembered I went to pluck the flower from the trees. I saw, oh, today I'm plucking all the flower for tomorrow. What I will do? You won't believe. She brought so many roses. I was telling that only sincerely, if we desire, no, it happens. It has to happen. And I was really shocked to have the flowers early in the morning. Yesterday I thought, what will I do for today's puja? And we could not. Chennai is, flooding. Nobody can go anywhere. So, and you can't. Everywhere rain. So I was thinking, if it rains heavy, very heavily again tomorrow, how will I get? And the Lord reached it. Desire. Why I am saying desire? Whatever desire is there, knowingly or unknowingly, the Lord may not sanction it immediately, but definitely. But we say no, we say better late than never. Same way, today we desire something 100%, if not in this birth, next birth we will get. So before desiring, we need to think 100 times and desire. Utkramantam sthitam vapi bunjanam va gunanvidam vimudānānu pašyanti jnana chakshushaha. Jnana chakshu. Okay, the foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body. And okay, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge, he can see all this. A day before also we saw, no, pashyati sa pashyati. A person who knows, he can see. What he can see? There's a super soul in my body staying along with the soul. The super soul knows each and every thought of mine. The soul desires, the super soul sees it and it notes down. So whatever we see, we will whatever we think, whatever we desire, we will get. Whatever, many times what happen, like we keep on thinking about other people, we keep on thinking about other things, the soul absorbs. The soul absorbs. So obviously, when the soul starts thinking for the next, it will exactly think about the same. And the Lord, sometimes we say, no, Arey, don't say bad things. Somebody will say Tatastu. That is not that somebody who is roaming around. It is the super soul. Daivimcha Panchamam. In 18th chapter, you will learn 14th verse. 14th verse. Adhishtanam Manushchayam and Tata Karta cha Pritak Vidaha Daivimcha Panchamam. 5 factors are essential for doing any activity. Any activity. Means if somebody else is doing something wrong also, the Lord has sanctioned it. Without the sanction of the Paramatma, that is a Daivimcha Panchamam, nobody will be able to do any activity. So, like something happened, like in where it is, ISKCON, that who is that one? Prabhuji was taken by where Bangladesh. Okay, so in the one of the class, one Prabhuji was asking, so many devotees are, like they are, they are going through so many troubles. So that time I told, Prabhuji, don't worry for that. Without the Paramatma's sanction, it would not have happened. So it had to happen. Paramatma has sanctioned and it has happened, means it was his desire. So you don't worry much for that. We can only send good positive vibes for them. That we can do. If they are suffering, definitely we can think in our heart and thinking, oh Krishna, please, you only take care of them and you heal them. This much positive vibes we can send for them. There is no point in Okay, so the foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit this body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes. So the modes are tamoguna. 90% we all live in tamoguna. When we think of, what should not happen, it should have happened like this. Why other people are doing this? Why other people don't know this? These all are tamogunas. Okay, Hare Krishna. It is not scary. We have to train ourselves. That's why whenever we see, we have to train our senses first to see good. That Gandhiji, so you remember, don't hear which is bad, don't see which is bad, and all. So we have to train ourselves, train our ears. Ears hear so many things which we should not hear. We have to train our, ears only to hear what we are supposed to hear. Immediately we should know to quit the place and start chanting loudly so that their voice is not heard. Otherwise, we have to train in such a manner, sitting in front of them also, whatever you are talking, you talk. But I have trained my ears to hear only something that only it will hear. It's all training. Hare Krishna. Okay. So beautiful chapter. No, this is why these examples are given. Unless and until we know the engine, we cannot repair. So our body is the engine for us. Unless and until we don't understand our own senses, we don't get training. So if a person has to repair these vehicles, lot of training they need to know. It happened no somewhere, some which place I'm forgetting, Henry Ford, that like the car broke down and so many people came and they tried their level best. Lot of money was spent, everything. Finally one person came and in a fraction of a second he repaired it, and he asked for maybe 50,000 rupees. Why? He said that only. 5,000 for repairing, rest of the 45,000 to understand what was the problem. So, because that is how we are trained, right? We need to train our senses. Okay. The enduring transcendentalist who is situated in self-realization. That is why Acharya. If we think, with my senses, I can control my senses, not possible. We need a Acharya. Yesterday also, the 13th chapter also, we saw Acharyopasanam Shaucham Stairim Atma Vinigraha. 13.8. That is Acharyas only can help us to control our senses. For that, how to serve the acharyas? Vani Seva. Listen to their lectures, spread their message. Yariteke Tarekaho Krishna Upadesha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said no. So wherever it is possible, how much ever possible, we have to keep on glorifying the Lord. Sevin Mukhehi Jigvado Swayam Yeva Spuratyataha. What is it? Attaga Sri Krishna, Nectar of Devotion, second chapter, I think 225 or 24. अतः श्रीकृष्ण नाम आदि na bhavet grahyam indriyaihi. With these senses we cannot understand them. Seven mukhehi jighvado. Keep glorifying with this jighvado, with our tongue. We have to keep on glorifying them. Swayam eva spuratedaga. The Lord He Himself, Swayam, will give us those kind of senses with which we will be able to understand Him quickly. So once we understand, we will act accordingly. Once we act accordingly, now we are going till the soul level. That is what. Directly we can't approach the soul. Directly we can't even approach the mind level. You remember? Annamaya, Pranamaya, Jnanamaya. Then Vijnanamaya we went. Manomaya is Jnanamaya. So but we can't go even to the third level. How to go to the fifth level, Anandamaya Kosha? Not possible. But only thing is what? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is all. Gama Vishecha Bhutani, Darayamika Mojasa, Pushnami Chaushadi Sarva, Soma Bhutvarasatmakaha. This is that planetary system. We see now all the planets look like they are hanging, isn't it? In the orbit, how they are moving. Do we know? Do we understand? It is not the Big Bang theory. They dashed with each other and they came out of that and they are hanging. Not possible. So the Lord says, I enter into each planet. Who enters? Which Vishnu enters? Can anyone of you tell me? Which Vishnu enters every planet, every universe? Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Kshirodashai Vishnu?
Mataji, very close. Kshirodakshai Vishnu enters every living entity. Near the soul, Paramatma is there, no? He is.
Mahavishnu?
Yes, Mataji. Mahavishnu expands in three. Krishna expands as Mahavishnu, and Mahavishnu enters in expands as three Vishnu. Garbo Dakshaya Vishnu. Okay? Garbo. Yeah, yesterday's chapter only, no? Garbam Dadamyagam. Krishna says, no? Yesterday's third verse. I give this seed of material nature. So, Karno Dakshaya Vishnu glances and universes come. That is, first Krishna expands into Mahavishnu. Okay, that Mahavishnu has three Purusha avatars. He expands. First one is Karno Dakshai Vishnu. He lies down in the causal ocean and he glances at the Mahatattva. The universes are created. Manifested, in fact. When the universes are manifested into the universe, oh, so the living entity has to come, right? So for that, Garbhodakshai Vishnu enters. So from the Garbhodakshai Vishnu navel, Brahma comes. Then Brahma creates the living entities. So who is the root cause for that? Garbhodakshai Vishnu. And then after the living entities are created, Kshirodakshai Vishnu enters every living entity in the form of Paramatma. Okay? So I entered. The Lord said, see, gravity is very important force. It keeps our planets in the orbit of the sun, and it looks like some dharayamyaka. Dhara means this one, rope. Gama Vishecha Bhutani, Dharayamaga Ojasa. It looks as all the effulgent planets look as if they are tied with the ropes. Dhara. Puchnami Chaushadi Sarva, Somo Bhutvarashatmakaha. I give the heat to the sun, I give the juice to the moon. The moon gives the juice and taste to every fruit and every vegetable. Is it not? So the Lord says, everything is me only. All the planets, I am the heat, I am the coolness, everything. Not only that, his eyes, body, he gives the sense, digestive organs, etc., etc. Not only that. See, one level beyond. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Degam Ashritaha. I am living. Ashrita means living. I have taken shelter. Ashraya, we say, no? Ashraya is taking shelter. So I have taken shelter. Where? In the stomach. I am the fire of digestion. Aham Vaishvanaro. The fire which helps in digesting our food. That fire is known as Vaishwanara. So I live in everybody as the fire. Praninam deham ashritaha. Prana pana sama yukta pacham yanam chaturvidam. Everybody eats four types of food. So what I do? Prana pana. Through the air. We have 10 types of air in our body, right? So the air, even slightest defect in our body, it is because of the air. So the Lord says that prana apana, prana pana, Samayukta, so digestion fire. Digestion needs air. That is why you might have heard people after immediately eating food, we are not supposed to drink water for half an hour. Why? When we put this, I have told so many times, the food what we eat is the aguti for our stomach. Then it becomes as a semen. Then it becomes aguti for the female. And that rain is aguti for the earth. Okay, so this is actually we are putting ahuti. When we eat food, it is ahuti. for the stomach. So the fire, whenever we put aguti, it burns in the yajna. So immediately if we drink water, what will happen? The fire will die, isn't it? So that is why we say when the fire is on, when we eat food, for half an hour it has to burn for digestion. So don't drink water minimum for half an hour, not even a sip. Many people have the habit of having only one sip. That is also sufficient, no? They say, and many people do not want to wash their mouth. So what they think? Had food, then have only one sip, wash your mouth. That's all. Don't do this mistake, okay? It is not. Ayurvedic also says. There also, minimum, there it is told 1 hour we should not drink water. Okay. So I am the air of life. We know, because if that air is not there, we are only body. We are not a living entity. Anna, the moment the pran leaves, the moment the soul leaves, we say, take the body. We don't even call it as he, she. It we call it as. Next moment. Hare Krishna. Yes. Sarvat's beautiful verse this is. By heart it. All of you recite. Whether you are, can open the mic or not, even if can't open your mic, recite after me. Sarvasya chagam hridi sannivishto mattah smritirjnanam apohanam cha वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेद विदेव चाहम्. The Lord says that Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannivishto. I am sitting in the heart of every living entity. Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannivishto. Mattaha, from me comes Smriti, Jnanam, Apoham. Apoham is forgetfulness. Smriti is memory. Memory, knowledge, forgetfulness. It comes from me. Vedaischa sarvair aham eva vedyo. I am the one who has compiled all Vedas. Vedanta Kritveda. Veda Anta. What is Veda Anta? Vedanta means all the, like what do you call that? Commentaries. Vedanta means commentary. Say, for example, the first Vedanta is Aham Brahmasmi. No, Atato Brahma Jignasa. Atato Brahma Jignasa. Everyone should have the desire to know that Brahman effulgent. Atato Brahma. So commentary is written for that. Janmadasya. Well, this is the phrase what they take. Then they write the commentary. That is Vedanta. So I am the Vedas. I am the compiler of Vedas. I am to be known as the Vedas, and I have compiled all the Vedas. Okay. So Lord He himself says. So you also by heart this, whenever you find any difficulty in memorizing the, what do you call, verses, you first memorize this, tell this, and then tell this verse and tell another verse. Memorization becomes easier. Hare Krishna. Same way Bhagavan is saying in 18.64 also, I am seated in everybody's heart. Hridaye tishtati Arjuna. Arjuna, I am tishtati. I am residing in everybody's heart. The Lord is going on telling I am residing in everybody's heart. But still, people don't believe it. Even we don't believe. We change the definition of truth for ourselves. However, we will change it. This is what truth. If I don't tell the lie, if I hide, that is equal to truth. So many things. Okay, there are two classes of people. It's very important. 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. There are two classes of people. One is fallible, one is infallible. Fallible means one who falls down. Infallible means they don't fall down. That means they are aware who are in Vishuddha Sattva. Fallible are the Sattva Raja Tama people. They keep falling down again, going back. Okay. But in the material world, every living entity is fallible. We know that. In the spiritual world, the living entities are called infallible. Then you will again ask, Mataji, they also come down. This was a question, right? That is for the first time. First time when we think, just now I told so many reasons I told in the beginning, if you remember. If we have that reason, if our soul desires, I mean, if we desire, that the soul concept is not there, but if we desire, the Lord knows He will send us down. Okay, and He will bring all His Nitya Siddhas. Whenever He expands, He bring all his Nitya Siddhas along with Him, and He takes them back. And like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, all other Shad Goswamis came. Isn't it? Wherever there is a need, the Lord sends Arjuna, Ramananda Rai in Kali Yuga, Vishaka Saki, Ramananda Rai in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, he came. Okay, so there are two. One is fallible, who are subject to three modes of material nature. One is infallible, who are in Vishuddha Sattva, who are in his Dhamma. Okay, Hare Krishna. Besides these two, there is a greatest living personality, the Lord Himself, who has entered into these worlds in maintaining them. Okay, Utkramantam Stitam Vapi, not that. 17th verse, no? The 16 is Dvavimau Purushav. Okay, Dva Imau Purushav. There are two kinds of Purushas who are there. 17th is Uttama Purushastvanya Paramatmetyuda Hridaka. Yom Uttama Purushastvanya. There is one more Purusha who is beyond all the other two. Who are the other two? Fallible and infallible. So the Lord is the Uttama Purusha. And he only enters into these worlds many a times. He comes. What are the reasons? So many reasons we know. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya sartushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. We say he comes. Okay? Pavitranaya sadhunam. And he comes for many reasons. One more reason. What is that? That dharma falls down. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyagam. He comes. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this mercy of Nama Sankirtan. He came and gave us this Nama Sankirtan. That's why he said, Hare Namaiva 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 Kevalam Kalau Nastyeva 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 Gatiranyata. Hare Nam Kevalam, Uske Alava. Are leaving that. There is no other go, no other go, no other go. He came. The Lord keeps coming. He keeps coming to give eternal bliss to his devotees. That Vrishni Sutapa. Sutapa and Vrishni. They prayed to the Lord. Lord, you only send somebody like you only as our children. 3 times. The Lord only came 3 times. As their child. Okay, so the Lord comes. Expands. Narsimha avatar, his expansion. But only Krishna is not avatar, it is avatari. Krishna himself came. It doesn't mean he left the Goloka, left all the work and came. No, he is Swarad, he is independent. There is no other cause beyond him. He can live there also, he can live here also. And in Ishopanishad, the 5th verse, it says, you are very far, you are very near. You can walk, you don't walk. You hear, you don't hear. He can do everything, not us. Okay, Hare Krishna. So there are 2 classes of beings. Oh, sorry, down one. We have done that. That is Uttama Purushastvanya Paramatmetyudagritaha. What is that? Yo loka trayam avishya bibartavyaya Ishwaraha. Oh Ishwara, bibartavyaya. You come in this world. Traya loka avishya. You keep on coming all the material. Which are the loka? Traya loka. Higher planetary system, Madhya loka. That is Bhuvar loka, lower planetary system. 3 loka. You manage everything. You only maintain them. Yasmat charam atitoham aksharaatapi chotamaha. Yasmat Yasmat aksharam. Aksharam is what? Om. That is aksharam. Because I am transcendental, beyond both fallible and infallible, because I am the greatest, And I am celebrated both in this world and in Vedas as the Supreme Person. So Veda's Supreme Person is what? How do we address him? Om, before we start Veda, Aksharam. So every verse, every Veda, before we start, we address that Supreme Personality of Godhead. We celebrate, we call him, we ignite him. You must see Agni is ignited by calling him. Is it not? So I am transcendental. I am not subject to this either fallible or infallible. He is the Uttama. Beyond that, he doesn't fall down. I am the greatest. Yeah, he says there's no cause beyond me. There is no, no cause equal to me or above me. Okay, Hare Krishna. 19th is a very, very important verse. Why he says these Devaloka, these people all are infallible. Okay, Devaloka. We people are fallible. Paramatma is Uttama Purusha, above this infallible. Understood? So we are fallible. These devatas are infallible. And above him is the Uttama Purusha, who is infallible. So that is why these people also, these fallible people also, have to worship the Lord. Because just now I told, Tetam Gatva Swargalokam Vishalam, they all are living in Swargaloka. But they will have to come down before. Chaine Punyar Martir Lokam Vishanti. For some reason, he is Brahma. Okay? But he has to come back to this loka before he goes to Goloka. From here only we can go back. Okay. Many doubts will come. How is it, Mataji? If the Brahma is coming at the order of the Lord, as I told, he is going on thinking, I want to help the Lord in his creation. That if sincerely, Lord will send. And if the pride does not enter, Lord will call him back. Otherwise, he will fall down. Then he becomes valuable. He was infallible. The moment the pride enters him, he becomes valuable because Krishna gives so much importance to all those 20 gunas, which he had taught us in 13.8 to 13.12. And tomorrow he is going to teach another 16. It's all related. Yomam, this is the what do you call most secret. Next verse he will say, already I have told you the most secret. So this is the most secret. What is it? Yomam evam asammudo janati purusha uttamam. That is why this chapter is Purushottama Yoga. Sa sarva vid, one who knows, bhajati mam, they worship me. Sarva bhavena bharata. Oh, son of Bharata, son of Bharata, because Bharata Arjuna comes in Bharata dynasty. Okay, so oh Bharata, whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Janati knows. Okay, as Purusha Uttama. What will happen? Without any doubt, as Sammuda, there is no doubt further. And it is to be understood at the knower of everything. I am the knower of everything. And he therefore engages himself in my devotional service. I know everything. He tells in that one Abhijna, the word Abhijna. Bhagavatam was kind of first chapter, first verse. Janmadasya etonvayati tiratas charteshva Abhijna swara. What is Abhijna? Directly and indirectly, I know everything because he's the creator. That, as I told the example of the chief engineer, he made the plan. So even if he doesn't go to the site to see personally, he knows every nook and corner. Similarly, the Lord, though he does his work with his agents, devatas, he knows whatever is happening. Nothing can be hidden. He knows. Before we do only, he knows. Why? In 10th chapter, he told, you remember, what is going to happen also, I know. So what we will do tomorrow also, he knows. Okay? Hare Krishna. So this is a very important verse. Yomam evama sammudo janati purushottamam sa sarvavid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. This is, here he says, iti Ytamam Shastram idam muktam maya naga vetad buddha buddhiman syat krita kritatyascha bharata. Again it comes. So this is a most confidential knowledge, most confidential part of the Vedic scripture. What is that? One who knows one who knows the Lord, that he knows everything. That is the most secret. Anaga, I told no, the most sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands, this will become they will become wise. I know everything. Everything runs, I mean everything moves under my instruction. Maya Devi, the material nature, she acts under my instruction. What was it? Maya Dakshina Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam Hetunaniva Kaunteya Jagat Viparivartate. A person who does not know this. Next verse. Avajananti Mamuda Manushim Tanum Ashitaga Parambhava Majananto Mamabhuta Mageshwaram. Avajananti Muda. These Muda people don't understand. I keep telling, I have told I do everything in Bhagavad Gita explicitly. Still they don't understand. Avajananti, here also came, no, it's Muda. Two types of Mudas. One Muda is grossly foolish. I am this body, they think like that. They are one Muda. Another Muda is what? Who? If I have to go there, I have to strongly believe that everything works under his order. That is another Muda. So, two types of Muda, Krishna says in this first chapter only. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna. Anybody having any doubt?
Yeah. Yes, Hare Krishna. Mataji, can you just tell me this Muda part again?
Yes, Mataji, I will. 1 second, I will give you the verse also. Don't worry. I'm just giving you. Avajananti Mamuda Manushintan Mashitaga. Here where is the Muda comes. 1 second. Shadwavi Maupurusha Loke. Oh, you wanted that two types of Mudas you want to know, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
One is the Muda who does not have the basic fundamental realization which Krishna told in chapter 2. I am not this body, I am the soul.
Soul.
That is the first basic fundamental knowledge. One who knows this, they know, but they are in the Brahman realization.
Yes, Mataji.
Next realization is there is a Paramatma in me. Sarvasya Chagam Hridi Sannivishto.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Mata Smritir Jnanam Apoganam Cha. So this is a second realization. That is Paramatma realization.
Yes.
In body, in 13th chapter also we saw there are two Kshetrajna. One is the one Kshetrajna is the Paramatma. Another Kshetrajna is the soul. Soul knows only about this body, but Paramatma knows about every single body we saw. Isn't it? That is second realization. Third
Yes.
realization is Bhagavan realization. What is Bhagavan realization? That is what? The Lord knows everything independently. Okay?
Yes,
The
Mataji.
Lord knows everything about every universe, about every nook and corner. The Paramatma knows because he is the generator, because he is the operator, because he is the destroyer. God. That is why he is God.
Yes, Mataji.
Satyam Param. Who is he? He is absolute truth. What is absolute truth? It is not relative truth. Relative truth means the truth depends on some other fact. Absolute means there is nothing beyond this. That is absolute truth, isn't it? It is not a relative truth.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So there are two mudas. One muda does not know that I am this, I am the soul. Okay.
Yes,
Another muda who does not know that there is a Paramatma living in me. This Paramatma is a part and parcel of the Bhagavan feature.
Yes,
That's the second muda.
okay, Mataji.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
15th chapter is wonderful chapter. Actually, it is. Aham Vishwanaro Bhutva. We have to tell this shloka before we eat. Those who are having, we also know. I also am telling you. Most of the time, I also will forget. That is what Apoham. He has given the forgetfulness. We don't. The another shloka. Aham Vishwanaro Bhutva plus Brahmarpanam Brahmakaver. Whatever we drink water also, no, that water is also Ahuti. Brahma Arpanam Brahma Havir Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahma Ivatena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. Any action what we do, it's a yajna. Because we are doing it for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. So whenever whatever we surrender, that is what is known as Ahuti. What is Ahuti? Ahuti is surrender. Today in the second canto, yes. 3 years came. What is that? One is surrender. Another one is Shastra. Another one is Sadhu. Yes. Okay. We will see that later. That contest is little different. Hare Krishna. Anybody else having any doubt? I'm waiting for Janani Mataji. If anyone has her number, I don't know. If you can, because those two videos are, always with me to tell her that the soul desires. Hare Krishna. Anybody having any other doubt? No? Okay, then no doubt. Okay. वाञ्छाकल्पतरूपस्य कृपा सिन्धु भयवच पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमो गानतकोटि वैष्णवेन्द्र की जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय all glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna all glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna